Hello and welcome to the World of NDE 4.0. And hello and welcome to those closing remarks for the first international conference on NDE 4.0. Thanks a lot to Ripi for all those very warm and welcoming words. And for me today, it was really exciting to see all the activities in all the societies. I think this really made this package of our conference really a good package. But first, before I get into what was great about this conference, I'm coming to that part which was not that great. And I really have to say sorry. And in my eyes, sorry is way too weak for all the issues we were experiencing during this conference. Starting from some audio and video issues, especially the people outside of Germany were experiencing, to the huge issues we had during the panel discussions on the first day and on the second day. And finally, the fact that the stream on the third day was actually, or the first stream on the third day was actually not streamed at all. So we decided to put all of the recorded presentations for you to access all of them. So if you go to those 4 links, you will find the videos of the individual days. They will be live on those 4 links until May 21st. You will be able to watch them, but you will not be able to download them. And the passwords for those 4 links you will find in your email inbox. And if you do not find them, please contact Steffi and she will provide you with the password so that you can access all the videos and to rewatch or to watch all the content you want to see. Now, perhaps another thing, people asked a lot about the presentations around the individual videos. And a lot of them can be found actually in the program on the webpage of the conference. So if you go onto the program, you look for a certain abstract of a certain author, below that abstract, you will find a PDF. And this is perhaps also something for the presenters. If you haven't uploaded your presentation up to the moment, please do so, because we have a lot of people who are really interested in your presentations, and perhaps somebody really wants to get engaged with you, and I think that's the best way to get to that point. Now, what we said is, with this conference, that all full paying registrations will get a €50 discount for the 2022 conference in Munich. Now, with all of the issues we had, we will increase those discounts for the next year. But more to be announced in the next days. We really have to figure out what we can offer all of you, kind of as at least a small compensation for all the technical issues we all have been experiencing. But now, to the positive side of this conference. This conference on NDE 4.0, it brought together a lot of different nations. We had speakers from 16 different nations. We had those 4 great keynotes. In total, we had 26 presentations plus 12 commercial presentations, which for me were really important, not only for funding the conference, but also for giving us a little bit a view inside, okay, what is already happening on the commercial side. We had those 4 great panels, and in total, we currently have 27 ambassadors. But I think after that conference, if you represent one of the nations which is currently not represented by an ambassador, please get in contact with us so that we can get everybody into the world of NDE 4.0. Now, and I think the mix we had during that conference was really a good mix of presentations. We had presentations giving us view from the industry, from one of the big IT companies with IBM, from one of the big consulting companies from Frost & Sullivan, and also from the Testing and Inspection Council. And I think that was a really good picture. Now, for the next conference, for sure, we will try to get even more interaction with industry, because I think it was important now to get kind of the NDE industry on board. And the next step is to connect the NDE industry with the Industry 4.0 community. Now, let's have a look on a little bit back on what we saw. First day, we got into general NDE 4.0 topics. We started with Ripi's great keynote and the NDE 4.0 ecosystem. We got into personal training. We got into reliability, into standardization, and into the role of diversity and integration in NDE 4.0. So a lot about the human factors. Day number 2, this was now more getting into the technical basics. And we will continue that path next year with more detailed presentations about really those technical basics. Day number 3, we're getting into industrial NDE 4.0 applications. And what dawned on me during hearing those presentations was actually 4 out of the 5 industrial application presentations were done by colleagues from the RNDE departments, or from professors from universities. So we really see that those are really early application examples which those colleagues are sharing. And I hope that with the conference next year, we will get industrial participants to show industrial applications. And last but not least, today, with all the presentations from all the different societies, with getting all the views onto how NDE 4.0 could continue, how we could get into an even better, how we can get into the future of NDE, because that is what all of this about, is how we can shape together our future of our industry. And I think with this conference, we had a great success. We brought together not only 16 speakers from 16 nations, no, participants from 25 nations, with the top 5 coming from, top is Germany, Japan, USA, Spain, and UK. And it wasn't that Germany was 50, I think Germany was about 30 participants. So we had a good spread all around the world. And we achieved 111 participants. And I think for such a new conference, for such a new topic, especially for a virtual conference, I think those are great numbers. Now, looking a little bit on the statistics, how many participants we had during the time of our conference, so getting a little bit into data evaluation, we can see during day 1 and 2, we had a pretty similar development. Now, day number 3, unfortunately, on day number 3, we lost one of the streams, so we have to shift that a little bit up. And on day number 4, the ongoing day, unfortunately, I couldn't get the data from the day to day, so we only have the data from the first run on that. But what we can also see that during the panels, we had a really great participation throughout all the days. And also having a YouTube channel and looking onto the participation on my videos on the YouTube, normally it starts very high and then it drops quickly. You all, the participants, even with all our technical problems, you stayed with us. And that just shows how important NDE 4.0 is for all of you. Now, having already spoken a little bit about the YouTube channel, I hope to see all of you at the YouTube channel. And I will try to invite a lot of the speakers of this conference and a lot of other speakers from around the globe to actually share their knowledge about NDE 4.0, their view on NDE 4.0 with all of you. So if you haven't done it, go to youtube.com/c/NDE 4.0. Watch all of the already recorded videos on NDE 4.0. Watch all the videos with all the guests, and I will put a lot more content into that one up until the next conference. And if you like the YouTube channel, please subscribe to it so that you will actually see once a new video is actually published. Also highlighting once more that we already have 3 great special issues on NDE 4.0. First one, materials evaluation. Second one was RNDE. And third one, Journal of NDE. And all the papers from this presentation will actually end up in the second special issues of the Journal of NDE. And we already heard Norbert's presentation about the Handbook of NDE 4.0 once more here with the link. And pretty soon, Ripi and myself, we're currently working on a book we call the World of NDE 4.0. That will be available somewhere, I guess somewhere in summer. Now, coming to the end of this conference, I think we had a few issues, and yeah, this shouldn't have happened, but I think despite that, I think it was great content, we had great participations, and we had great discussions. Thanks to all of you for your comments. Thanks to our sponsors. They were the ones which made this conference possible. But after the conference is really before the next conference. So let's continue to build momentum next year by meeting in Munich for the second international conference on NDE 4.0. During that conference, we are planning not only 3 days of a full-blown conference with several parallel sessions, so that all of you can present all your knowledge. No, we also try to organize some visits to some of the bigger players in Industry 4.0, because surprisingly, most of them have their Industry 4.0 offices in Munich. We also will be trying to organize some courses on NDE 4.0, starting with basic courses and perhaps even going very much into applications like giving a special 4-hour course on AI. So we will be getting into a lot more getting together and working together. And if you have something you want to share with all of us, then please go to the webpage 2022.nde40.com